He married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates in law.
Roommates in law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
Tom. Schnee.
Not roommates,
Not brothers-in-law.
but we are. We're very good friends.
Good pals. Off to a slow start. What do we got going on here? We got two slow brains, I feel like, right now.
Dude,
Tom.
I just took one of those naps that's like when you wake up, you're like, I might sleep for 3 to 4 more business days.
Well, was it a nap where you wake up and you're a little alarmed? Because those are the good. When you wake up and you're like, duh,
Yeah,
shit.
I didn't know if it had been a full day or not.
Yeah. And you wake up and it's just like the mattress is a little wet and there's a lot of creases on your face.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Why is that sleep different than regular sleep? Are you pushing your face harder into the pillow?
I think it's more of a. I think I need it more. Yeah, it's like.
But like on a regular night, I don't wake up with creases all over my face.
Well, I also.
But after that brand of a nap, you can see what brand of pillow I slept on. It's nonsense.
I don't know why. It really does leave a real indent. I had this side of my face was like,
Oh yeah. You have to like straighten your nose and
that's why
lips out
I
again.
texted you. I was like, we gotta push this back. My brain isn't on. Like I can't even
I was like, yeah, sure,
consider a
sure,
podcast right now. It was
no. Those take a minute to come back from.
Well, it was also not an intentional nap.
Oh,
it was a. I had some time and I was unpacking a little bit. I just got back today, and then I laid down, looked at my phone for a second, and then I woke up 2 hours later.
Well, was it the classic lie of I'm just gonna lay down for a quick second. My body's just a little tired. Let me lay down.
Yeah, it wasn't. I never even consciously thought about it.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's one of those deals.
I was so tired.
I do them sometimes where I'll go ahead. I'll negotiate with myself.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down, and that's all I'm doing. And then you're like, I'm shutting my eyes for 3 minutes, and that's all I'm doing.
Full lie.
Yeah, and then 6 hours went by, and everybody's upset with me.
You wake up, you're like,
of my obligations.
You wake up, you're like, I'm only doing 6 hours. That's all I'm doing.
It's 6, and then it's done. I got things to do, Thomas.
I mix in a quick 6-hour nap, and then I get to the rest of my to-do list.
Oof, brother, I've been known to hit a 6er. There's nothing wrong with that. If your body needs it, let your body have it.
Sometimes it needs it. I was just thinking about this. I've been exhausted lately. I've been a little rat out here, just looking for a nibble of cheese.
I mean, somebody give the kid some cheese.
I'm looking
Jesus
for
Christ,
goddamn crumb. And I've been. It's funny. I was thinking about this the other day. Like in the corporate world, the office favorite always gets promoted. They always get kind of the first look at stuff.
Sure.
In comedy, it's the same thing. It's just our office is bars and comedy clubs.
Right.
So
I mean, it's the same everywhere.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just ours rewards unhealthy lifestyles.
Yeah, it's like, I've been absolutely hammered with that guy a lot. Let's give him a
shot. Exactly, dude.
I've absolutely ruined my liver and brain with that guy on several occasions. Let's change his life.
Yeah, he might make it in the entertainment industry. It makes no sense.
I mean, the guys that don't do the hang, do the partying, do the whatever, I mean, ultimately suffer a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or
which
just
is horrible.
It's so fucked that, like, especially at our level, it actually does carry so much weight to be out and about.
I mean, you have to just be a rat pig. I mean, I'm doing the classic. I was at Gotham Comedy Club the other night. Fun club. Had never been there.
Yeah, I've never
been to Gotham.
No.
Neat little, cool club. I had a great time. But, it's like my first time there. I'm doing this show, and guess what it turns into, Tom? Bump City.
Bump City. You're just getting knocked around.
I mean, Bump City, USA. I mean, the host keeps coming up to me, hey, sorry. And his, like, idiot friend is standing right there, and he's like, yeah, TJ Garoppolo, he's doing it.
TJ Garoppolo.
Whatever his fucking name is, and it's just some idiot. And he's standing there like, and he goes up there and he does whatever. He does fine. But I'm like, you know what? This is what it is. This is what it is.
Yeah,
I gotta just sit here with my little hat in hand.
We don't have any. We don't get no respect, to quote the great.
I got no juice. I'm the great Roger Dangerfield.
The great Roger Dangenstein. What was his name again?
The great Ryan D'Angelo. One of my favorite comedians of all time. The guy gets no fucking sympathy.
Caddy House fucking rips.
But you just have to do the thing where you're like, yeah, absolutely, definitely let him.
No problem. I got nowhere to be.
Yeah.
I'm hanging.
Oh no, totally, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
Were you getting bumped? Did you get bumped by anyone good?
No.
Oh God, that sucks.
No,
well,
Tom.
It's like that's where Gotham is, where our good friend Jerry Seinfeld will drop in and work out.
What's wild is there's somebody on the show was telling me the last one that they had, the last whatever it was, Monday. Jim Gaffigan was in the mix.
Oh boy, he would have been pissed if you were there. He's like, we got Jim and Tim Gaffigan.
Oh, we got Tim Gaffigan in here. I'd have gotten up and fully just done my impression of Jim Gaffigan.
It would have been so funny. You would not have, but that would have been one of the best things in the world.
I could kiss my dreams of opening for the Pope goodbye.
God, if you and just didn't address it.
I just do my set, but I do the second voice after.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was a little dark for the 7 show.
Oh my God, it's so good, dude. This is your I mean this with love. You're a talented man. This is your best talent. Unfortunately, it is your best skill.
Is Tim Gaffigan.
It's so good.
Damn it. This is terrible.
So good. It's so annoying because it seems like an easy one to do, but I've done it to myself in the bathroom mirror, and I just can't nail it.
Boy, that's a tough look if your new roommates walk in and they're going,
oh my God.
Tom's doing Jim Gaffigan impressions in the mirror again.
I can't even really tell. I guess that's Gaffigan.
It's definitely like it's material from Beyond the Pale, but you would never know from the impression itself.
He's quoting him directly. That's the only reason we know.
And he keeps saying, I'm Jim Gaffigan. Welcome to Madison Square Garden. I'm Jim Gaffigan.
God. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for coming out. I really can't do it.
Boys, he's thanking us a lot already.
Oh, God.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Ended up getting up and having a heater, though, Tom. I showed him what's what.
Well, dude, I mean, if you're getting bumped by a bunch of stinkers, it's kind of fun knowing you're like, yeah, I got a hot 10 in my back pocket, you fucks.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, wait for this shit.
Wait till you see this shit.
Wait till you see this fucking shit I wrote.
Boy, I went on stage drunky poo on Monday night. I did fine, but I closed at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and it was
oh yeah.
I was
what show?
8 p.m. Just normal.
I don't think they have an 8 p.m.
What
day?
Monday.
Oh, right. Oh, did you say Monday?
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was on it.
Nah, I don't think they have that show, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's a Laugh Factory in Chicago, Tom.
The Laugh Factory hasn't been open in years.
What? Okay, for some reason, my head went to Friday, Saturday. I was like, Thomas, what?
No.
How drunk were you?
Yeah, well, I was upset. Just for some context, you guys, let's just get into it. The industry sucks, and we're taking
bullshit
them down.
What we're doing. This is
everything
dog shit.
It's delusional and it's irresponsible.
It's not merit based. It's all nonsense.
And
this sucks ass.
I'll be digging ditches for the county in 6 years. And
the only guy with a business marketing degree from Rutgers University or wherever you went to school.
Oh, shut up! You know I went to Notre Dame.
Hey, I was upset with your coach. Well, we can talk about that later. Tell us about your woes, Tom. What happened to you?
Well, I mentioned this on the pod recently. I was being evaluated for a body double role for a new Apple Plus series show, and
BDR.
An old BDR, and that's a business development representative.
Also a body double role.
And a body double role or stand-in, whatever you want to call it. And it would have been sick, would have been a great job. And without blaming too many people. I think expectations were set a little too high. That I was
Tom's mad at an agent.
Yes, I am.
Tom is mad at an agent.
I was told it was likely down to me and one other person, and I had to get back to Chicago immediately and go meet with the actor and the director. And I get in there, and boy, did they not give a fuck about me. So much buildup. Went back to Chicago. Had a crazy couple days figuring that out. I get in there.
Wait, Tom, you really brushed over the part where all the boys and girls want to hear. You get there, all right. So you get.
That's what I was about to get to. I was about to.
Okay. I was like, you brushed over all of that for that.
I went to the set. First off, also not happy with the old representation. I feel bad just shit talking them, but not really.
You stink. You're getting fired. Hey, you're fired.
They told me the wrong time. First of all. So I'm showing up about 45 minutes early to this, and
okay. Well, it's better than the alternative.
Well, no. They not because they told me to. You had to get COVID tested beforehand, so I was like, I'm just going super early, just in case.
Okay, smart.
So I go like I'm slated to get there at like 3:15. My call time is 4, and I get a call at like 3:10 from the assistant director, like, "Hey, how close are you?" And I'm like, "I'll be there in 5 minutes." She's like, "Okay, your time was 3:00, but I think there was a miscommunication with your agents." And I was like, "Well, someone fucked up," but I mean, it was fine. I think it was like
still a tough look up top.
Brutal. I think it was a miscommunication to everyone. No one was there at that.
Oh, okay.
So there were 6 of us that were all supposed to come in at the same time. And so we all kind of...
So is this kind of like do you walk in and does it look like a criminal lineup? Like somebody's...
Yes,
it's like,
exactly
yeah, that was the guy that mugged me. Okay, weird.
It's exactly what it is. I thought we were going to look more alike. I definitely looked the most like the guy, but they just went straight up torso size. That's all they cared about. And
torso size. Imagine winning or losing based on torso size.
I'll tell you what, dude. I'm going to start working out tomorrow.
I mean, what?
This man is a movie star, and when we got across from each other, I was like, "You look like a goddamn UFC fighter," which makes sense. He played one on TV.
Oh, he was like huge.
Yeah, but in that way that like it's not like his arms were like Schwarzenegger. It was more like I was just you're in like incredible shape.
Oh, he's just like a thick boy.
Super wide shoulders, like you know, like the rounded shoulders.
Yeah. Where you're like, yeah, those aren't now. You built those.
Yeah, I'm like, you could do a pull up with one arm for sure.
So have we said who this actor's name was yet?
I think we might have on the pod. Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton. Have we shown a photo of this man? Because it is eerily similar, neck up.
Well, and we actually did, like, looking at each other, I was like, yeah, we look alike. We had to do a little, like, you know, I mimic what he says, and we just had to walk next to each other for a little while. And then it was
but he's from Wales. You don't have to, like, do an accent, though. He's from fucking South Wales.
Yeah,
like,
no,
he's from Australia, mate.
He was doing an American accent. I was doing an Australian one. And that might have been
true?
the issue. No, dude.
I was like, Tom, that's miss number 2.
He's like, what are we doing tonight? And I was like, what are we doing tonight?
You're like, you just keep saying, put a shrimp on the Barbie. And he's like, well, you stop, dude.
Like,
that's not a knife.
Get this guy out of here.
Like, what? This didn't hit with you, dude? I'm a stand-up.
No, but I was
showing him your clips.
I was that didn't work. He just did not like the stuff about my dad being a doctor. He was like, that's not super relatable. He was like, what about like Tinder
okay,
stuff?
So you're looking at this man. You're face to face with this man.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's like 5'11", so we're the exact same height.
So he's 3 inches taller than you. So that's an issue.
No, he's like probably a little under 5'11". We actually were like the exact same height.
It's just, well, you know, you can't be mad at yourself for not being 30 pounds heavier of solid muscle, Tom.
I can be mad at myself for that.
Now, you've never played a UFC fighter, Tom.
Yeah, I did watch Warrior also.
That didn't actually put the weight on, but you had the right mindset.
And then it was so cutthroat. They had us memorize 17 pages of lines, and I never said one of them. 17.
How much time did you spend on that?
Oh, 4 days straight.
and you didn't
17
say
pages
a line,
where you had to know. So 17 pages. One was a 10-page scene. One was a 7-page scene, and each of them had 2 versions of the same guy in it. That's why he needs a body double. It's a multiverse show. So like,
right.
So I had to memorize both parts in both scenes.
I mean, this is just kind of mean.
It's cruel. It's
like bullying.
Unfair. This industry sucks ass, and I know where they're filming it now in Chicago, and I might take action.
We're calling it a bomb threat for sure. I'm at least gonna hack the mainframe because this is ridiculous.
The least we could do is hack into the mainframe.
Just send photos of you to the mainframe the whole time.
Yeah, we just Photoshop him to look more like Joel Edgerton.
Okay, so the other guys they were just kind of yoked.
Yeah, like one of the ones that got kept was also a stuntman because they also had stuntmen there. So
did it matter at all where he was like, "Oh, this guy's a complete rookie"? Did that have anything to do with it?
Me? No, I mean nothing would have ever shown that. We didn't do anything.
Fully looks alone.
Oh yeah, it was literally just body size. That the AD followed us out, and she was like, I'm so sorry you had to memorize all those lines. Like, we just went off of body size." And I was like, well, I went to a tailor and had every part of my body measured, so maybe this wasn't necessary.
Yeah, like you knew exactly what size I was.
You knew what I was gonna look like. Yeah.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like an agent's fault.
I'm looking to place the blame somewhere, and I'll go there for now.
And it's certainly not going to be you, Tom. And it's certainly not going to be me.
I did my part. I worked my ass off. I was so angry.
Yeah, this sucks because I was all pumped. I'm texting you. I'm like, let me know how it goes, blah, 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 blah. I thought for sure it was in the bag, my dumbass. I don't know.
Same.
I thought it was going to be based on your face.
I think that's why I was so mad.
You look just like this motherfucking guy.
I know. There was a couple
Google
people in
Joel
there.
Edgerton. It's eerily similar.
There was a few people in there that I looked at right when I got in, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like,
you're like, this is in the bag.
Like one guy who just didn't look anything like him, but also was like kind of. This is so mean, but like kind of like wildly out of shape. Like,
boy, he has a worse agent than you do.
I was like, "What is this guy doing in here?"
You're looking around at the other guys like, look at this fucking guy. Yeah. They're like, excuse me, Mr. Schneeman, you can go home now. You're like,
you've been released. You got released 20 minutes ago. Why are you still in here?
Well, hey, here's a cue, and I don't know if this is, did they pay for your flight?
They did not.
Thanks
for bringing that up.
I gotta know.
No, because here's
are all these other guys in Chicago?
Yeah, well, so am I theoretically. I lied to them and told them I was a Chicago local hire.
Okay. So that's a little. You can't be mad at him for that one, I guess.
No, it's like I knew that when I was going out for these roles. Like now, I don't take as many auditions out of Chicago. It has to be something that I would like fly for.
Right. Well, okay, so what time frame are we talking here? Were you in there for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I was probably in the room for 15, 20.
I mean, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. As we're getting more into it, I'm like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I know. You've quieted down a little bit.
Yeah,
we can move
sad again.
I know. This is when I text you. I was like, oh, fuck, man, what happened? And then 2 seconds later, I was like, let's not talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
Go drink 37 Bud Lights, yeah.
In front of everyone.
Well, hey, okay,
yeah,
so you went and had fun with your friends, correct? You saw Higgy, you saw Durrell, you saw the fellas.
I stayed with my sister and brother-in-law and my godson, and that was good. I hung out with them for 3 days. Me and my brother.
You stayed at the roommate-in-law set.
The original set, yeah. So I did spend, I did spend the whole time on set.
So you got some creative outlet.
Yeah, I was walking around just reenacting our old sketches, just hammered.
Did you get a little tuned up, Tom?
Oh yeah, me and my brother-in-law started drinking whiskeys on Monday, and then I went to Higgins was on the Laugh Factory, so I dragged my brother-in-law there. We're drinking there. Then Joe, the bartender, God bless him, I love him to death. He puts me up last on the show. I go up there. tuned up and just had a
no.
mediocre set.
Just were you trying to riff a lot, or were you trying to do the material?
I was just like, I was just doing the material, but pretty lazily.
Yeah.
I had one new joke work, and that remember the story I told about my cynical 10-year-old nephew who said it actually took her 8 months to pull herself up.
Absolutely.
I'm just telling that on stage. It's like hitting harder than than all my other stuff that I actually wrote.
Like, oh, great. The 10-year-old's bested me again.
Perfect. Yeah, he riffed off the top of his head. It's better than anything I can write.
Oh, man. So, I mean, you had fun with the friends. Where are we putting this weekend? Is this a 6 out of 10 weekend? Is this a 4 out of 10 weekend?
It was a 0 out of 10 Monday. I'll say that.
Okay. Well, that's that's fair.
I was just driving back to my sister's place, staring. Like, I could have gotten in a car accident for sure. I was just staring so far away, and I was like, what am I doing?
Well, I knew you weren't in a great headspace when I got the text. You said, I could have a thriving career right now.
I could just be
much
more successful.
I could own a 3-story walk-up in the Lower East Side, Tom.
In the Village.
Oh,
yeah.
But you know what? Fuck it. There's no movie, whatever, in the world. There's no actor in the world that doesn't have that story.
You know what?
Am I correct?
It's that's true. I hope to be able to tell this story one day.
I mean, this is you're going to be on the Actors Studio one day, and they're going to say, Tom, tell me about a little something one day, and you're going to listen to this shit.
I'm going to say, can we bring Joel out here?
He's going to be dead and gone. He'll be, he's 100 years old at this time.
Yeah.
But you're going to be like, pull up a photo of this guy. Guys, it's not about talent. It's about torso size. This is what no one tells you. It's torso.
No one tells you this when you're an accounting major at Notre Dame.
This year's nominees for Best Torso goes to... And you're like, it's certainly not Tom Schnee. I'll tell you that.
No, it's Body Double number 2. Yeah, it's just you guys. This is why we just need to make our own shit. We need to just make it for ourselves in this industry. Because
what we should do? We should start making our own sketches.
We should do that. We should do a web series and a podcast, and then we kind of go at them from both angles.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Tom.
All right.
Why have we not thought of this?
I would do that if you'd be down.
I'm 100% down.
We should move to Chicago.
Your sister's place?
Yeah, we should probably move to Chicago though.
Because I've seen a couple of photos of your sister's place, and like we could probably do. Because there's a couple of different rooms, so like we could do stuff in the bathroom. We could do stuff in that like side room.
Bathroom
kitchen.
would be good. You think we could? Yeah, bathroom. We can only use it like most of the time though, like in most of the sketches. For the bathroom, I think.
Well, it could be like a recurring theme in the bathroom.
Yeah, we haven't had a bathroom
one
in a while. Should we put out the bathroom one this week?
Fuck yeah. I love the bathroom ones. Those are so fun.
All right, cool. We're doing that.
Boom.
Yeah,
all right,
it was
Tom,
it was good.
Come back to life here.
It was good being back in Chicago though. It's the Laugh Factory really saved me. That was fun. Just going
Joe
back.
give you a big fat hug and a kiss?
Oh yeah, the whole team was there. It was good.
There we go. There we go. They call you Big LA Tom?
No, I don't think anyone knows what I'm up to. I think
That's kind of a good thing,
they're
honestly.
like, you left, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, been gone for a little while.
All right, I got a rat situation that was kind of fun, and I can't decide if I should be mad about it or not.
Lay it on me.
Last week, I don't know if I've said this yet, but I'm being a rat lately. And our good friend Laura Peak is at the Brea Improv opening for
LP.
Mark Normand. So I'm like, I'm coming to that show. And she goes, this is her being a rat, to be honest. She's like, well, if you're coming, any chance you can film? She's trying to get a clip for something. And I was like,
move.
All right, I can film. And so I bring the camera. I'm set up in the back of the room. I'm sitting at a little table. I'm posted up. One of the managers comes over. He's like, "Yo, you're a comic, right? Yeah, you're Laura's friend. Can I get you anything from the bar?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'll take a gin and soda." And he comes back, gets me one. After the show, another waiter comes by, drops a check.
Oh,
isn't that kind of brutal?
Well, here's the reason it's brutal. It's because he made it sound like it was a free drink.
He said, "You're a comic, right?"
hit
And
you with the "you're a comic," right? And you gave him the nod of the.
I said,
know what this is. You know what
yeah,
this is.
what do you think this notebook is doing in my pocket, dude?
Oh, what do you think all these brilliant thoughts are here, idiot? Yeah, I'm a comic.
That's why
Really,
I'm
I'm writing down these risks for nothing. Yeah,
That's why I'm being a
give me a
cameraman.
free drink. Why say you're a comic, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. That'll be $37.50. Why?
I
Tom,
don't
you're
know.
getting beat up.
I don't know if it was a miscommunication because it was the waiter who dropped the check was like not someone I had seen before.
I mean, he had to go plug it in. He had to put it in the system.
Yeah, oh god, it was kind of devastating. I was like, yeah, it was $9 for a cocktail.
Oh, God. I mean, at least they didn't hit you with the 2-drink minimum.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious. I'm there filming.
That would have
for
been
free.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, like you didn't actually order 2, but we charged you for 2.
You didn't even get the second one.
It's 2 drinks in the showroom. You know that, dude. You're a comic. You already told me that.
That's why I asked you, so I didn't have to explain the rule.
I thought you recognized me from Instagram. All right, yeah. Sure. I'll give you a 40% tip.
Yeah, absolutely. He's standing over my shoulder. But I thought,
Thanks for everything. Oh, Tom, that one hurts. That hurts quite a bit.
yeah, sometimes when you're a rat looking for cheese, you get run over by a semi-truck.
Sometimes you don't realize that there is an 1,800-pound vehicle heading your way. I guess semi-truck's way more than 1,800 pounds.
Yeah, I was like, I'll let it go.
You get the point, Tom.
That's like a small Prius.
That's a go-kart, pretty much. It's like a go-ped. You remember a go-ped? You remember those?
No, what's that?
You don't remember a go-ped? They're like the scooters now, but you had to fucking, it had like a lawnmower engine on it. You had to fucking pull this thing. You don't remember those?
No.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? It was invented around the time of the Model T. It was a great thing.
People really thought it was going to cut down on gas use, but it never really took off.
I don't know, Tom. We all have our struggles. I'm out here in New York doing shows with 8 people in the audience. 4 of them are comics. None of them are rooting for you. I'm up there dying,
Yeah.
I'm slinging new. I'm slinging a couple of new. Those are happening. But here's my stupid thought. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do some new. I'm still in like, oh, there's better shows to come. So I'm like, this is a show where I'll do a bunch of new. And so I'm leaving that show, and I'm like, yeah, like 3 or 4 of those things, I could take that to the big show. And then I'm looking at my calendar, and I'm like, okay, so I don't know where I'm gonna get to work on these jokes any further.
It's such a sad reality of because I think the same thing where you're like, I'll just wait till a big great show.
Yeah, I'll just wait to a sold out club. And then I'm just scrolling through my calendar. I'm like, oh no.
All right, so Zany's in November?
November. Let's see, I got Boston in January.
Oh my God.
I mean,
that is such a real thing where you're like, yeah, I'll just use this show to work out. And it's like the best show you have this week.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck am I doing?
I did the same thing last week. God.
It's hard to like break out of that mindset because you're at that show and you're like, well, I'm certainly not going to do like my set.
No, because that'll kill a part of your soul.
Yes, that gets dark and you leave very angry and frustrated.
And it doesn't feel good. You leave and you're like, so I'm a hack. I can't do anything new.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like all the other comics on the show were like treating it that way. Like
they were bringing heat?
the two. Well, no. They were treating it. They were doing what you do. They were doing new, but they were all like. They're all like seller comedians.
Oh, so they actually do have the big show like hours later.
Well, it was 10 minutes later. They had to like get out of there because they're like, oh, I'm going to play the best club in America right now. And I was like, oh, I'm going back to Bushwick to drink a Tacate.
Wait, dude, this is so funny. I was just talking about this like 2 weeks ago. Tacate is one of the best beers to reference because of the the consonants and shit, it like really hits as a joke.
It's fun to say too. What joke are you squeezing Tacate into?
No, we were just at our house show. We were giving out Tacates, and every time we'd say it, just like, who wants a Tacate? it's
one of those things where it's like you do get away with saying like the accent of
That's
it.
true. Yeah, we've been.
You know what I mean? Like
that.
it's like the classic joke where the dad is at the Italian restaurant and he's like the mozzarella, and you're like, calm down, Dad. We're between a Build-A-Bear and a blah blah blah. It's like an old Berbiglia joke that everyone does.
This is an Olive Garden. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But Tacate, you have to say Tacate.
Well, it's
like I'm always so close to being like arriba, like Tacate.
It's like, do you remember the Segura joke where someone's like, Segura, is that Japanese? He goes, no, and he goes, yeah, Segura. Well, if you say anything like that,
yeah. Well, that's how Tacate. Because what's the other option with Tacate?
Tacate, yeah.
Can I get you almost have to say everything else in a southern accent. You have to be like, can I get a Tacate?
Yeah, you go full hick.
Let me get 2 Tacates
and a margarita.
And a margarita. Yeah, like you gotta, and it does feel goofy because you're like, hey, what do you guys want? Yeah, can I get 3 Tacates? And they're like, well, I mean, you are saying it correctly, but I don't like it.
I didn't like the tone.
Getting pretty fancy for a $3 beer, Mr. Man.
That accent plus your skin tone is not lining up.
Don't like it. And I'm like, can I get a lime too? They're like, that's an extra $1, shithead.
Sorry, limon.
Tell you what, Tacate, not a bad beer.
It's a
because like you're not like, can I get a Modelo Especial? You know what I mean? You just hit them with let me get a Modelo.
It is weird though when they have Modelo Negro and Modelo Especial because you're like, I don't want to have to say it.
Don't make me say it.
Yeah,
because you're like, let me get the.
Also, Negro.
Also, if you want the Negro, yeah. if that's the one you want, you better look over your shoulder a few times before you say it.
Oh, it's kind of crazy that they named a beer that.
It's like they're like, hey, can I get a Modelo? And they forget, so they go over to grab it. And they're like, which one? You have to be like,
you're like, will you come back over here so I can whisper it?
Let me text it to you. What's your number, dude?
Oh God, it's kind of like they're like daring you to say it. They're like, say it.
Yeah. What? Which one do you want, dude? I know you told me, but I forgot.
Couldn't be this one.
I mean, it's just.
I hosted a bar show last week for the first time in a long time.
That's a different muscle. How'd it go?
Really bombed. Really started the show off on a bad note. Not only did I bomb, I let it get out of control.
Well, dude, here's the thing. This is what I'm realizing the other night. I'm like, oh, I'm a club comedian.
Yeah.
Where it's like these jokes rip at a club.
Yeah, and boy, do they not give a shit in a cool bar.
Yes. At this cool bar with like comics in the back, they're not giving you a goddamn thing.
No, dude. I also, halfway through my first joke, group of 3 girls walk in, and I say something about, I have a line where I'm like, I'm falling in love out here or something like that. And this girl, before she sits down, goes, I'll fall in love with you. And
there
I
we
was
go.
like, oh boy, she's heckling before she gets to her seat. And
it's
then
gonna be a long show.
And then I do crowd work with them, and they are just, it turns out like, you talk to them I asked 2 more questions, and I'm like, oh, you guys are like beyond saving. Like you're blackout drunk.
Hammed, yeah.
It's a free show. They were clearly drinking somewhere else, and they were like, well, we'll go to that free show we've been to before. And they came in like chaotic as fuck, and I just let it get out of control. And then eventually I had to start the show, and I had to do the classic like
bringing up the first comic.
Yeah, and I had to do the thing where I was like, hey, I fucked this up. I said it on stage. I was like, I really let you guys get out of hand, and I need you to figure it out for the rest of this show.
Were they even close to figuring it out?
A couple people really got him, but only only the people that really just hammered him. Like,
Right.
it was a couple more timid comics really got their asses handed to them, and I could not help but feel responsible.
Was it so it wasn't a material night. It was yelling at the drunk girls.
It was like, if
blah,
you're
blah,
getting
blah, blah,
material, you better get a quick joke in there, and then you're back to yelling at the crowd, and then a quick joke, and then yelling at the crowd. But you got to really orchestrate the whole thing.
What a cool thing we've chosen to do here, Tom.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to what you just said. Quick joke, yell at the crowd. Quick joke, yell at the crowd.
But at least
I'm like, classic show.
I mean, I did get paid $9 for it. So.
Why do you mention that up top?
And it only took me an hour and a half to drive there. So
God,
it's
how you feeling about the driving? You know, because if I know you booze a little bit, and
I've
I knew
had
you
to cut back. It's a matter of safety.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a couple of Tacates and then jump behind the wheel of the Mazda 6 and cruise home.
Cannot do that. Especially, I'm not scooting down the street. I am driving to another city in California.
Jesus, brutes my goods.
But it's kind of good. It's kind of leading to me drinking less. So
that's good. There we go.
Yeah, but
that'll allow you to put on 30, 40 more pounds of muscle mass.
I only
lock
need
down some of these torso rolls.
I only need these muscles. How do I get the bowling ball shoulders?
Well, here's the thing. You can't just get the giant shoulders and no arms, traps, chest, abs, or everything else. It's kind of an
confusing look.
It would be a very odd look. I think you lasted 20 minutes this time. You'd have lasted 2 minutes if you had giant shoulders and scrawny everything else.
Like, I think that guy stuffed a couple other T-shirts under his shirt. He's wearing shoulder pads.
you just gotta get yoked all over, Tom.
Oh, I'll just do that then.
But then here's the thing, doesn't it set you apart that you don't look like those other guys? Maybe it didn't work out this time.
Yeah, but next time when they need like if he got sick in the show. And
there you go. Wait for the cancer roll.
There we go. I could be a cancer stand-in.
You got the likability thing going on. You're a likable guy. You toss on 30 pounds of muscle mass. We don't know where that.
If
we
I'm
don't know
going
how
on,
people perceive you now.
If I'm going on stage, yoked out of my mind, I mean,
I don't know if
the
cute little sister jokes are working. Yeah,
I do not stand. What kind of problems do you have with my jokes, Tim?
No. I'm saying I'm trying to be a feminist joke isn't working. If you can bench 415, it's just not working.
I don't know if I can bench the bar, and I'm not saying that sarcastically.
Yeah, you can.
I have look at my forearms are the exact same size as my biceps.
Tom, you're massively overestimating how much 45 pounds is.
Oh, I thought the bar was 65.
Either way, Tom, you would have to literally like a seventh grade. You would have to be the strength of like a scrawny seventh grader.
Well, I remember like when I was a freshman in high school and they had us working.
Well, yeah, you were 5'2", 8 pounds, Tom.
I was 4'11". Thank you very much.
I mean, you had a growth spurt since then. You can you can throw the bar around easy, Tom.
Oh hell yeah! I'm getting in there. I'm tossing the bar around.
You're a fucking beast, dude. Nobody's gonna fuck with Tom Schnee.
There's an LA Fitness 2 blocks away. I'm signing up.
I'd rather a Cleveland Fitness where it's just like a punching bag and a smoking section,
and just one guy who's kind of mad at you the whole time.
That's a Pat Bulldog joke, by the way.
Oh really? Oh damn!
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's like,
I was like, that was an incredible riff. I was like, Tim, that's a joke right there for sure.
No, it's the classic Patty Bonds. I don't need LA. I don't want to be LA fit. Give me a Cleveland Fitness.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just a heavy bag and a smoking section.
That's so
great
good.
joke from the great Pat Bulldog. Boy, do I miss Pat Bulldog. I'm excited to go back to Chicago.
Yeah, me too.
I miss Chicago. I love New York. New York, greatest city in the world. But I love Chicago.
It is the best. I'm excited to get back there as well. I got a little Zanies date in the spring. It's like a
hey,
so yeah.
Still.
But yeah, very excited.
It's the best. It's New York is good. I think I tweeted this. It worked okay on stage the other night. If you don't live in New York, you're a coward.
Yes.
If you do live in New York, you're a moron.
You're an absolute moron. Yeah.
You're an idiot. Why do you live here? You could literally go anywhere else and live a fulfilling, awesome life.
You could have a fraction of the money that you have in New York and be happier elsewhere.
No, you wouldn't have a fraction. You would have a multiple.
Well, it would go a lot further is what I'm saying. Like, you could make less money anywhere else and be way happier.
Or you could just take the money that you make in New
Never
York,
mind.
go
All right,
to that other place, and now you're cooking, Tom.
I was being
now we're
dramatic.
Now we're talking about home ownership, Tom.
Like, you're talking at least a 3-bed, 2-bath. Quick.
At least.
Quick.
I mean, bare minimum.
Yeah. Dude,
And look at
when
what
are
I'm
we
doing
ever
here.
going to own a place? When are we going to own real estate?
Tom, I have given that dream up a long time ago, Tom.
Oh, God.
I gave that dream up the moment I said, hey, Lizzie, I think I want to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
You know what? I blame Lizzie. She supported my dreams. It's her fault.
That's true. What is she doing? She had the outsider's perspective. She should have said, hey,
She
Tim,
shouldn't have supported my dreams.
have you seen how cool these Bushwick rooms are? I'm not sure.
I mean, look,
if
you
the
got a
club
decent
stuff is
riff
gonna
here
work.
and there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like make a living riffing.
I riff for a living.
What do you do for a living? I'm like a senior riff management.
I'm a senior riff associate. There's a director position opening up soon, though. So
My fucking crowd work specialist is a dick.
crowd work specialist.
He's a fucking dick,
Dude, I'm gonna change my LinkedIn job to crowd work specialist.
I'm definitely changing to senior riff associate.
That's so funny. Oh,
Let's
man.
see. Tom, what are we at on a 0 for a week? We got a couple of submissions that were not great.
Dude, we're not. People are kind of losing the plot a little bit on it. I will say, apparently, I absolutely botched one of the submissions last week.
Yes,
but it was the one that was submitted as a goddamn voice note. I'm sorry, you have to type them out.
Gotta type it. We're visual learners. Come on.
And I'm gonna read it on the pod, but I'm not gonna play your voice note.
Yeah, you can't like listen to have it playing in your ear. And
That's always
it.
fun when someone does that on stage, plays something on their phone and holds the microphone to their phone.
Absolutely love that. It never fucks
It's
up. It's
one of
always
the
clear.
most unforgivable things I'll ever see.
And they're like, "Hey, listen to this funny voicemail. I told my dad to leave me."
yeah. It's like just clearly their voice. Wait, speaking of, I got a pet peeve around shows. This has happened a few times lately. And this is maybe I'm just yelling at the people who support us, but if you're coming to a show, don't hit us with the what time are you on or what time should we actually get there.
Well, I mean, this is a tale as old as time. I mean, this is
Come
go to the
goddamn show. Yeah.
You go to the show.
I'd literally rather you're not there than come in the middle of the show and be like, "Oh, we only wanted to catch Tommy's set." Because guess what?
No, because that ruins the show.
And everyone in the show hates me now, and they hate you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because look, here you can't use this logic for the entire show. You would have 10 to 12 people constantly cycling in and out of the showroom watching one person. Yeah. We need an audience. You got to show up and you support the other comics. You wait for your friend and you tap them and you go, "Hey, that's my friend Tommy." And that's all you do.
And it's a better time.
And then you
for
laugh
you
at
too.
everyone else.
You're going to understand.
It's a better time for everyone.
The other riffs in the room, you're going to understand better. When I have like a 10 out of 10 crowd interaction, when I have that kind of thing going, you're going to know like, oh, he was referencing something earlier that Tim said.
And he's like, the friend that's not into comedy is like, "Do they often repeat what people said earlier?" And they're like, "No, almost never. It's very frowned upon."
He was like, that wasn't
And
so
if I
much
know
of
Tim, he's fucking pissed.
He's throwing stuff around in the green room right now.
If you listen carefully, you can hear chairs being thrown in the back.
It's like, that wasn't so much a reference to what Tim said as it was more of he said exactly what he
No, that wasn't a reference. That's what we call theft. That was just pure theft. This is such a great show.
It happened one time.
One time that I've seen.
Oh, shut the
mean,
hell
you
up.
know.
I would never do it again while you're there.
Oh, if there's smoke, there's fire, Tom. If it quacks, it's a duck. Come on.
I feel like I led with fire there.
I love those sayings. Hey, if it quacks, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
That's a good one. Where'd you learn that old phrase?
Those are like some old Southern sayings. Lizzie told me a good Southern saying. When somebody's having a bad day, old guys will be like, man, it could be raining tits and I'd still catch a dick.
Wow, that is kind of unbelievable. That's so good. It could be raining tits and I'd still catch a dick. Oh my God.
Is that not one of the funniest things you've ever heard in your life?
It's one of the best things I've ever heard.
I could listen to old Southern dudes tell stories all day long.
You know, they talk so slow. It's kind of it's kind of meditative to listen to.
Yeah,
like
it's very
peaceful.
it's very captivating.
Yeah.
And they just have a way of saying things. Man, I was knee high to a grasshopper when that happened. And then you're like, oh, damn, that's how you'd say that you were young? That's
you were
awesome.
17? That's 17 works too, though.
Yeah. You know, you just say your age and everybody would get it.
Oh God. What else?
high to a
Wait, did we
grasshopper's
get
a
any
fun one.
zeros of the week that are worth repeating? I don't really have any good ones.
I mean, you know, I'm looking at a few of these. I got to say, not thrilled. None of these caught the essence of the zero.
Yeah,
and
you
I
guys-
thought we've made the essence very clear.
We had a couple hot weeks of submissions, and now
We did.
We fell off.
You know, I don't know whose fault this is. You know what, Tom? We should take the blame for this.
We can take the blame, you guys. We'll take the blame this week. It's on you guys next week, though. You got to bring some heat.
Next week, we need heaters. We need them.
Yeah, because I didn't have any. I flew twice this week and had no bad interactions in the airport.
I mean, you know, I think we can toss a zero at your agent. That's for darn tootin'.
Oh boy. Well, I hope she doesn't listen to this. Well, if she does, she's mad enough at this point.
No, yeah, it's not like we've been pleasant up until now.
Yeah. Oh God.
She's like, look, everything was fine until you nominated me for zero of the week.
I can't have that on my track record.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh my God. I will say this.
Sure, I got your hopes up for no reason, but I didn't know you were going to say I'm a zero of the week.
I didn't realize that you were going to place so much value on this hypothetical role and let yourself. I think that's the lesson that needs to be learned here. I put too much weight on it, and I got to see the bright side. You know, I would have had to leave LA, and things are going so well here. You know,
Who's going to run Red Show, Blue Show?
I'm getting on stage 2-3 times a month. Like, what else? Where else in the world could I do that?
Come to New York, Tom.
Oh my God.
Oh, just inhabit my body and come to New York. You'll be on stage once, twice a year.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, when are you visiting
And then when I
LA?
oh God, never. Why? What am I going to do? Go out there and not get on stage?
Yeah, we can just do it together. It'd be kind of fun.
Your show is on that night, and you're like, "Hey, Tim, bad news." I'm like, I can't even get on your show, Tom.
I'm like, the producers they're running a tight ship this week.
I don't know. They're being weird about it. They just implemented an age restriction out of nowhere. I don't know.
Oh God, yeah, that's true. Maybe wait a little while till I can get you on a show.
I mean, God damn it.
No, I'm doing
city.
a Don't Tell comedy this week. I'm pumped for that. If you're in LA
Ooh,
tomorrow,
that'd
Friday,
be fun.
the 30th, Santa Monica, sexy little Don't Tell comedy show.
Love a Don't Tell Chom show.
Where are you at coming up? I think we can start to wrap this bad boy.
Yeah, let's wrap this motherfucker up. Let's see. Like I said, me and the great Jeff Asmus, we're hitting the Northeast. I'm already in the Northeast, but
when
we're
are these
hitting
dates
Maine.
You
We're
haven't
hitting
actually said
Boston.
it.
We're hitting. Let's see. It's October. Oh shit. October 16th through the 19th. It's later on in October. Let me look up Jeff.
Where can you find? Oh, probably whitecomedian.com. Isn't that Jeff's website?
Is it the only white comedian, or is it just white?
I think
comedian?
it's just whitecomedian.com.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll be all over the Northeast. We'll do another pod by then. Oh wait, yeah. No. October 26th through the 29th, we're gonna be in Manchester. What is that? New Haven? No, Manchester, NH.
Yeah, New Hampshire too.
New Hampshire. Jesus
Oh my
fucking Christ! All right, we'll edit that out.
Did you think New Haven was a state?
Well, no. Right when that came out of my mouth, I was like, "That's no good."
You're
That's
like,
certainly
uh-oh.
not it. What? Ruh-roh. Manchester, Manchester,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, Portland, Maine, Boston, Massachusetts. Well, we have several shows in Boston. So that'll be fun. 10/26 to 10/29. And then, I just have bullshit in New York City before that.
All right. Well, if you're in LA, October 7th, come to Red Show, Blue Show at my house. Ask me for
Red Show, Blue
details. And then the week after that, I'll be in D.C., October 12th. Once again, please, for the love of God, it's a Wednesday. It's room 808, very sexy room. Please come. I'm headlining Secret lineup. I actually have no idea who else is on it. You want to come?
So it is a secret lineup.
DC for a night.
What day?
It's Wednesday,
No,
October 12th.
No, I'm not doing that.
All right. Well, you guys heard it. We could have had a roommates-in-law show, but Tim is not willing to make it work.
I mean, what, DC? How far away is DC?
I actually have no idea. It's on the East Coast though, so
Is that the District of Columbia?
it is. And then I'll be in New York the following week, so we'll hang out there. Yeah.
Sleeping on my couch. Wait, are you actually sleeping on my couch or no?
I actually don't know. I got to figure that out. We'll figure that out after. And then Atlanta, and then I'm back in New York for a whole 10 days in November again, which will be so
10
fun.
of them. 10 days.
Those that turned from show promo to just me just telling you when I'm visiting New York.
You're like, hey, yeah, keep that couch open. 10 full days. I'll need it.
No, that one I'll be fine. But just Washington, D.C., please tell your friends. October 12th. And
Room 808. I probably won't be there, but maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna convince like Asmus to come or something just to rub it in. He's gonna be at the comedy cellar that night.
Yeah, he'll be doing real shows.
All right.
All right. Well, look, we did it. And hey,
guys.
how about this, guys? Let's stop. Next time we're sending in zeros, let's stop and think about what a zero actually is. Let's capture the essence of the zero.
As you're walking around in life, just
you experience them every day.
You'll see him every day. Yeah.
Every day. And then write it down and say, you know who's going to love this? Old roommates-in-law.
Oh, the old RIL boys. And we will love it.
The old RIL. And if you haven't tossed us a 5-star review on the Spotify, Apple, whatever you listen to, toss it on there. Leave a review.
All of
the
it.
Good stuff.
Do it.
We love you.
We love you. Grab a Tacate.
Signing off from we're signing off from Bleecker Street Studios and
Holt 45.
Holt 45 and 2 zigzags. We're out of here.
All right, bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together.